Shares of Nvidia fell today amid news that the FTC and DOJ are set to open antitrust probes into Nvidia, Microsoft, and OpenAI to investigate their dominance in the artificial intelligence industry. This happening as Nvidia surpassed $3 trillion in market cap yesterday and ahead of the company's 10-for-1 forward stock split that's going into effect tomorrow after the close. Joining us now to discuss is Ben Reitzes from Melius Research. Ben, it's great to have you on. Stock came under pressure today. We saw some selling. However, we did see an incredible run-up post-earnings last month ahead of this. So I do want to get your thoughts first on these antitrust headlines, these reports, whether there is any concern to be had or any risk to be had to the stock, especially as it trades at these levels right now.
You know, I'm still trying to get my head around this antitrust thing. You know, these are hard for an analyst to opine on, but I'm just wondering what they're thinking here. I mean, are they mad at Nvidia for figuring out the world was going in this direction before anyone else, inventing the best chips, innovating, changing the world? You know, we'll just have to see what happens here. But, you know, the DOJ under this administration is probably investigating all my mega caps that are in the Mag 7 in some way, shape, or form, and we're focusing on the fundamentals. We have to deal with this with Google, we have to deal with this with Apple, you know, now Microsoft and Nvidia, which are all under my coverage. And I think by focusing on the fundamentals, we're going to be in the right place. I'm not really sure with Nvidia what they can really say because, you know, maybe you got to blame some of the competitors for just not seeing the GPU market like Jensen did, you know, several, decades ago. And I just focus on the fundamentals, guys.
Okay. So stock's down 1% today. It's up 10% just since the start of this week. Do you buy on the dip, especially as we do look ahead to the stock split?
Well, we really feel that this is obviously the closest. This is the next Apple. We were lucky enough to be an analyst covering Apple and watching them create an ecosystem where they did a full stack solution basically and allowed you to monetize a whole app ecosystem. This is the AI version of that. And that's what they're doing. They are creating a solution that's turnkey to allow you to monetize AI. And that hopefully is ahead of us. And we just feel if you believe in AI and you believe it's going to be monetized by the world's largest companies and then filter down, this is the way to play it. We've been pretty vocal about $45 and earnings power should be demonstrated within an investable time frame. It's well below 30 times that even at today's valuation. So we have some faith in Jensen here and the crew.
Ben, a year ago, it was tempting to say, hey, Nvidia's had a nice run. It looks like maybe it's expensive. Microsoft has had a nice run. Maybe we should look for other names that are going to benefit from AI that haven't, like Intel, like IBM. Now, you continued to like Nvidia, but you've also liked Intel and IBM. Intel really hasn't done well. IBM hasn't done great. What's the lesson in that, and what are the kinds of catalysts that would cause some of these second or third tier players to do better, or might they just not?
Well, Intel and IBM did great last year. Both have had a pullback. Intel was up 93% last year. I'm not apologizing for that. I think that IBM also had a really good run. I think that what we need to do is, as we move to more of the inferencing phase and we need to enjoy AI, more folks can benefit. That's been our call this year. So in the PC market, another name that we've been talking about quite a bit is Dell, which has recently pulled back. That's one way to play it, who also sells the servers. But we think that we haven't even gotten started here yet. I mean, we're just getting Copilot Plus PCs. We're just seeing AI get into industry. So once we get going and models go into production and we actually have more apps, then a lot more folks can benefit. Right now, These guys are taking all the oxygen out of the room.
Finally, if the economy overall continues to slow, it seems like if the AI spend is going to continue, there are going to have to be more and more pockets that companies within themselves are going to have to pick to pay for that. Does that cause you to be less bullish about some other area because you expect AI to continue to be strong?
Well, a couple months ago, we wrote a piece called AI is Eating Software. And we didn't realize that it would all come together within 2 months. And, you really are seeing a once in a lifetime, in my opinion, and we're really in the early innings, shift towards the picks and shovels, not just semis, but also good old fashioned hardware. If we're indeed moving to AI factories where software is produced on the fly, a lot of the equipment that we've left for dead is going to have a new life, not only in the cloud, but even trickle onto on-prem. And so that's been our big call, probably our seminal moment as an analyst, again, in this second leg of my career. And we're really, feeling like we're really just on the precipice of what's going to take place. If we are standing up factories for software, a lot of things are going to change. And Nvidia, of course, is the horse.